Hello once again, 'tis I, B. Pendragon, with another episode of B. Pendragon Presents. Today at 14:59 hours Pacific Standard Time on the 13th of January 2012, we will be reading Chapter 2 of the Book of Friendship, some 1700 words long. I'll be honest, I've been putting this one off because I know how the chapter ends, and when I first read it, it literally almost made me throw up. Foreshadowing! I am such a bad pony. I admit it. Currently, one reader. So, not making a shout out to anybody, am I? Interesting note, it has gained 6 comments or so since I looked at it last. So we begin. Chapter 2. Brother White was in the shower, scrubbing frantically. He'd gotten splattered with blood, and he still wasn't quite over that shock of seeing somebody pony? What? I can't speak. Thank you, Watch. It is now 1500 hours Pacific Standard Time. Okay, sorry. I'll just start over. Brother White was in the shower, scrubbing frantically. He'd gotten splattered with blood, and he still wasn't quite over that shock of seeing some pony murdered right in front of him. The fraternity had set up a mission house in the town, but White and Scroll were the only inhabitants. The previous missionaries, Brothers Sky and Shine, were nowhere to be seen. The mission house was certainly the most modern of the buildings in town. Fortunately for Brother White, it had a bathroom with a shower, which he had the feeling he'd desperately need on future occasions. The main large room had several chairs and a front desk, which had neat little stacks. Maybe? Billy Colt, watch your wuzzes. Or your hads. Or your was-hads. Which had neat little stacks of the fraternity's most important text, the Book of Friendship. Brother Scroll was outside the door. He knocked. White? You've been in there for half an hour. The water shut off, but not because White had turned it off. Hey! White shouted from inside the bathroom. Who did that? I did, said a menacing voice from the front door. It was a tall, bulky pony, the color of dry earth, and with what seemed to be a crack for a cutie mark. Scroll swore he could feel himself shrinking. The other pony continued talking. I'm not about to give away all our water on some Horner. Horner? Scroll asked dubiously as Brother White came out of the bathroom, drying himself with a towel. The other pony gave a short snort of disgust. I'm General Quake. I run this place, said the earth pony. And I'm B. Pendragon. I run this podcast. I have nothing. I'm sorry. You all right? Scroll asked White quietly. I'll be fine, said Brother White, before turning to the pony who had just used a racial slur against him. Well, hi! He continued ever cheerfully. Brother Scroll looked at him. He didn't seem intimidated at all. I'm Brother White, and this is Brother Scroll. I know who you are, the general cut them off sternly. More missionaries. Yeah, said Brother Scroll, looking around. About that more part. Where are Brother Where are Brothers Shine and Sky? Asked White. We were hoping to meet them here. Don't know? Don't give a fuck, said the general. They went off with the other wingers and horners. Huh? Brother White asked, confused. I think, said Brother Scroll, he means that Sky went with the Pegasus ponies and Shine went with the unicorns. Really? Brother White asked. I didn't hear about that. Wouldn't they have sent that kind of thing in their letters? Will you two shut up? The general barked. As far as I'm concerned, good riddance. That's not a very nice thing to say, Brother Scroll said timidly. Well, I guess I'm not a nice guy, huh? Said the general, walking up to him, which caused Scroll to back into a wall. You got a problem with that? What, you need your teddy bear now or something? I'm sorry, I... Leave him alone, said Brother White, walking behind the general. The general turned to look at him. You know something? The general asked. You don't fucking talk to me. You're beneath me. It's only because I'm... Pausing recording. This recording interruption has been brought to you by our Beep Pendragon Presents current sponsor and provider of room, board, and internet. My mother, asking me what we had that we could make for dinner. Okay, now back to the story. Where was I? Come on, tab over. Oh, thank you. Here we are. You know something? The general said. You don't fucking talk to me. You're beneath me. It's only because I'm so fucking gracious that I don't kill you right now. So I suggest you stay in line. One wrong hoof, and I'll... Actually, said Brother Scroll, regaining a little confidence. Quake turned him. Scroll took a deep breath. You can't. Diplomatic immunity. We're protected. Quake eyed both of them and then circled around to the front of the room. Sticking up for each other, ain't ya? It's part of the magic of friendship, sir, said Brother White, sensing an opportunity to win over the general. Scroll and I are the best of friends. He smiled at Scroll, who smiled back. What are you? Quake asked. Gay or something? He looked at the two of them. There's no way you two are straight. Actually, said Brother Scroll, the fraternity doesn't like to use the word straight. Quake looked at him like he'd heard the dumbest thing in his life. Kind of one of the dumbest things I'd heard. If I was Quake and I hadn't read this before, I would think that. White nodded to Scroll, encouraging him. Well, said Brother Scroll, the thing is, straight means morally upright. And if we refer to heterosexuality as being straight, that would imply that others were morally wrong. The fraternity is accepting of ponies of all sexual orientations, said Brother White, helping him, be they heterosexual, homosexual, bisexual, asexual. I'd like to meet somebody who's asexual, honestly. I probably actually have, but whatever. Transsexual, pansexual, and so on. General Quake finally spoke up. Well, that'd be fascinating to know if I give a fuck. The only reason I let you say all that was because I was so stupid I couldn't think of anything to say. No, it was so stupid I couldn't think of anything to say. He turned to leave. So you guys just go around handing out your fruity little book. But be warned, you're only here because we're letting you here. So don't fucking push it. And with that, General Quake left the mission. Brother Scroll sank to the floor. I can't do this, he said. I can't. Sure you can, said Brother White, sitting next to him. You just did. You just saw a big scary pony, and you stood up to him. Well, not really. Yes, really, you did great. Scroll looked at him. White was smiling, a warm, encouraging smile. You really think so? Absolutely, said White. And remember, he placed his hooves on Brother Scroll's shoulders, if you feel scared or frightened, or ready to give up, or hopeless, just remember that I'm right here next to you. I'm here for you, and I always will be. Thanks, said Brother Scroll. Now, said Brother White, getting up and looking at the stack of books, let's go out and do great. It was an Earth Pony family sitting down to have lunch. Not a whole lot, just some bread and vegetables. There was a knock at the door. The patriarch of the family went to get it, grumbling. Couldn't they wait until later? Probably just solicitors. He opened the door, and there were two ponies. One of them was a blue Earth Pony. The other one was white. Get off my doorstep, Horner, said the stallion who owned the house. Hello, said Brother White, undeterred by the racism. Are you aware of the magic of friendship? The door shut. That was rude, said Brother Scroll. Well, there are a lot of houses and a lot of doors, said Brother White. Leaving the book on the doorstep, they went to the next house. Said Brother Scroll. White, maybe I should handle. All right, said White, stepping back. Scroll knocked on the door and sat down, holding a book between his hooves. An old mare answered the door. Hello, said Brother Scroll. Did you know that there are 27 games you can play with just a pack of drinking straws? The door, how large is a pack of drinking straws? Could you do it with a 25 count set? Would you need the 50? My church has a 5,000 count pack. We bought it 4 years ago. And we're still working through it. The door shut. It fared little better at the next household. "Hi," said Brother White. "I'm Brother White. This is my partner, Brother Scroll. So which of you is the top?" 3 hours later, Scroll was very discouraged. "Oh man, what are we gonna do?" said Scroll. How can we spread the fraternity's message if no pony wants to listen?" "Some pony will listen eventually," said Brother Scroll. If any pony needs friendship, if anybody needs to speak properly, that would be me. If any pony needs friendship, it's these ponies. Brother White ducked as one of the books he'd left on the doorstep barely missed hitting his head. "Even if they don't realize it," he said, gingerly picking it up and flipping through it to make sure it wasn't damaged. It was. He sighed. Despite his ever-cheerful attitude, it discouraged him too. "Hey, let me go!" shouted a voice. The two missionaries ran towards the voice, and they saw a shocking sight. 3 earth ponies had another earth pony tied up and standing on a chair by his hind legs. One of the others took a rope and threw it over the branch of the tree and lowered it down to him. The end of the rope had a loop. "What's that?" asked Brother White. Scroll was trembling. "It's a noose! They're gonna lynch him!" "What's that mean?" They're gonna kill him." Brother White stammered for a few seconds as the noose was fitted around the neck, and he ran forward. Wait! The earth pony also looked at him. "You can't do this!" "Why the fuck is there a horner here?" asked one of the earth ponies, irritated. Brother White had just about enough of this. "Hey, see this?" said Brother White, taking the badge off his chest. "It's got something written here. You can read, can you? It says Brother White of the Fraternity of the Joyous Friends of Princess Celestia. Now call me Brother White or just Brother or White, and not Horner." The other ponies were silent. "Now then," said Brother White, calming down. "Untie him," he said, gesturing the pony in the chair. "Why?" asked one of the other ponies, distaste in every part of his countenance. "Because you can't just murder people. We should all be friends." The ponies glared at him. "Friends?" he said. "That what you think, chucklefuck?" "I have a name." "Do you know what this bastard did?" he asked, gesturing to the frightened pony, who was, quite literally, at the end of his rope. "Well, I don't know." "No, you don't. Well, I'll tell you. This little bastard's out hankering around with my daughter, and you know what he does? He gets her knocked up. They panic, and you know what they decide to do?" Brother White didn't dare say anything. "They get an abortion, and my daughter dies," spat the older pony. "My daughter is dead, and you think I should be friends with this little sack of shit?" The pony on the chair whimpered. "Can't just..." "Yes, I fucking can. Unless you or your missionary fuck buddy can give your wonderful friendship advice." "Wait!" Brother Scroll, who was frantically flipping through the book. "It says here that if some pony does something wrong, then that pony should apologize and try to make it up." Scroll's hooves shook as the older pony glared at him. He dropped the book. The older stallion bucked, and the chair went flying out from under the pony. There was a snapping sound as his neck broke. The pony was dead. "One sec. Pausing recording. I need to go get a glass of water really, really bad." And we are back. Ugh. Remind me to take a cold shower later. White and Scroll were completely still as the rest of the crowd dispersed, leaving 2 missionaries and 1 corpse. Billy Colt does it again. Ugh. Yeah. 2 dead ponies, 2 chapters. I am so glad this gets better. Ugh. Also, if you would like me to try to start differentiating the voices out a little bit better, I can. I've been trying on it. Been trying to do it. I think I'm going to go with the standard, at least in this fic, the standard Towns pony will get a nice, deep, gruff voice. The General Quake, even more so. I think I will try to go slightly British with Scroll, because he just seems to have that aura about him of being very intelligent. What do you think of that? And yeah, Brother White, I will go as myself. 'Cause Snark. You should see me in real life when I pull off Snark. I pull off Snark good. I also am never sarcastic at all, just so you know.